There comes times when teams come to a fork in the road. They come to a landmark decision. They come to a spot, a match, a series, a moment that can change the course of the future. There comes times when teams have to fight for what they need and for what they want. Comes times when those matches, those series, those moments that we've already explored, those moments turn into magic. And there comes times when championships decided by not those big time plays, by the little differences. And those times are here on the sportiest stream. It's nice to see you all. Welcome in tonight. Yes, this is the Ascension Cup. The playoffs, they have started out already. Some big matches coming to you all live here on the sportiest stream. And again, we've got the start of the quarterfinals. Actually, they started a day early now with this series. But again, you're going to be seeing so many quarterfinals matches here. You should expect them to end off pretty well. And tonight, what will be our first quarterfinals? It's Milky Militia Rush, RX35 Team Evo, a best of 7 series. All playoff matches are best of 7. This is single elimination. What a series it will be. Big one. When, you know, again, as I said, those moments come here. This is where teams need to show. Let's take a look at that final bracket again. 8 separate teams here. This is the wildcard system so far. Again, a lot of forfeits over in the wildcard. We'll say Evolve, Nebula, and Onus Gliders. They are playing tonight to determine the last 2 spots in that main event. The loser of that match will play against 5C Dream. The loser of that matchup will be playing Evolve Skylight. Winner will be playing 5C Dream Team. On that Evolve Skylight side. Again, that is Milky Mission Rush, 135 Team Evo. And it's really the debate of what group is better, Group A or Group B. This is the time to have these teams prove it here. One and only Milky Militia side, taking on what will be the last team left for next 35. And also, I guess, the only team of Team Evo here on this one. Again, 135 Team Evo, if you don't know, are, you know, teams that have both been on multiple different sides here. They're a team of 2 orgs. Different kind of qualities at different levels, different paths, but they are both here for this reason. Gonna be big series to see who will win this one. This best of 7. Reminder: loser is out. Winner will move on to the semifinals. But if you want to talk about big time matches, big time moments, they'll come again. Quarterfinals are going to be happening over this weekend. They'll be happening actually until the start of next week as well. We'll be getting all of our matches done, hopefully as soon as we can. This is the start of the quarterfinals. Both these teams want to get to the position they want to be in, as again, it'll be a big one. Again, reminder, the wildcard happening as well. Same time, reminder, that matchup, we've already known what 2 teams are going to make it. We haven't forfeited out, but just for these guys. Exciting to see how things will go, especially with these teams having had great seasons so far. Milky Militia Rush, record of 6-1. Their only loss is a 5CE Dream Team, who beat them 3-2. Milky Militia did also recently go to Game 5 against Alpha Females, who are a team that have had a decent season, but would not have expected to do that well. The other side, actually, 5 Team Evo also having come off a bit of a rough last week against Unknown Legion, having lost them in a 3-0 sweep, but other than that, the only other loss was another sweep to Evolve Skylight. They've won all their other matches, though, including some pretty impressive wins over teams like Null Flight Smoke and Unleashed Gladiators. Into this final bracket. How many of those teams are from this group? It's going to be tough to see, because the other team actually in this in these final groups is Evolve Skylight and Unknown Legion. Those are the 3 teams here. Valkyrie against Evolve Nebula, Unleashed Gladiators fighting against each other. Players obviously of Group B, like Team Evo. Nebula of Group A. So we'll see again how many of those Group A, Group D teams are coming in. I know there's a lot of people that have talked about those groups, about how scary they have been. For good reason. Those are very tough groups. They're both very talented, but I've always heard the question of what group is better. What group has the stronger talent? And I think a lot more people would be favoring the side of Group A, with how many of their top tier teams actually have the chance of winning the whole thing. The group was a lot more top heavy as well. The leading teams being 5C Dream Team, Milky Militia Rush, and yeah, Group B, it's Evolve Scarlet, Unknown Legion, and RX35 Team Evo. Group B was a lot closer than Group A was. Group A Again, it felt like Group A was a lot more top and bottom heavy than Group B, and again, it's going to be a good question. We're going to see this final bracket, because these groups have solid teams. Again, I think 5 Dream Team, Milky, Militia, Rush, and Evolve Sky all have really good chances of winning this whole thing. They're all in this final bracket at very high seeded positions. Again, Rush playing in this series here. Again, anything can happen, and again, I can tell you what the rosters are for both these teams. For Rush, it is West Coast Cinco, Red Jarhead, and Irish Cream. On the side of 175 Team Evo, the usual starting 3, Break, Alt Power Man Pro, and Hero God here tonight. And I would assume Coach Seth Palm is probably in here as well. Your best of 7, a big match. We'll get these teams in as soon as we can for this one. And it's going to be a big series. Players who have really shown up this season. Again, I think specifically, Wesco has always been at the top of every league he seems to be in. On the other side, Break and Alt Power Man Pro have definitely been the players to look at, specifically Break. He's a very defensive player. He's actually quite defensive in his side. Will be interesting as Borb saying, I don't know whether to watch this or Wildcard Finals. Watch both. Wildcard Finals is happening at the same time, by the way. The only match of the Wildcard will be on Sam's stream, Sam_1000001. He has the best 7 himself in his Gladiators and Evolve Nebula. And those guys have already made it to the top 8. They're going to be playing, most likely they'll be playing either tomorrow or Monday. Again, these matches, these, bracket matches are going to lead into that finals, which is going to be next week. Sometime next week. We haven't decided when, because we still need to wait for the 2 teams actually qualified for it. It'd be interesting as prediction poll still live. Again, we will get things sorted out here on these teams getting in the lobby. Again, I can definitely tell Team Evo are in the lobby. At least it's Breaking Hero God in the lobby. We're still waiting on, I think, Alt Power, but he should be here any moment. This side again, it's actually going to be Jez who's joining in. Interesting, we actually are. Oh no, Jez is actually might be the coach. I think he's the coach. I was going to say, Jez is on the Milkman. That's his GC3 team. I'm assuming he's actually here as a coach for Milky and Militia. Interesting, I didn't get notified of a coach this season. Man, what an idea will be. Again, we're still waiting on those teams have their full rosters available and full ready. There we go. Let's go. Red Jarhead and Irish Cream are in the lobby. Unless Jez is Jarhead. I don't think he is, though. If it is, yeah, I was going to say Jez is on Milkman, so that's entirely, but what a match it will be. This is exciting. This is the playoffs. This is what everything comes down to for these single elimination bracket. You either win and move on, or you're losing out. It's that simple. All that you've worked for this season, don't get any extra lives. That's how this works. You gotta play your best every single time you step foot on the field. And, well, for both these teams, that's their first real feeling of the playoffs. Their first match of the playoffs. Their first events of the playoffs. On one side, a team that has only lost once, on the other, a team that's lost twice. Or both of them having weaker ends to their regular season. This is a series that has its changes. This is a series that can make its difference. This is a series that defines players. And this is a series that will tell us who to watch out for, who to move on to the semifinals, who will be that stronger team. Milky Militia Rush on one side, X35 Team Evo on the other. One match, decide a semifinals. Here we go. Let's get it started. A best of 7 series. And this is where it begins. Rush on the blue. Hunter X35 Team Evo on the orange. One series decided here in the Ascension Cup quarterfinals. Both these teams have shown that they've got the aggression there, but a bigger question will be, who will keep their nerve in a playoff system like this? It's easy to get nervous. That's why, when it comes to looking at these teams, that's one of the things that Wesco Cinco has been so good at every time I've seen him. This guy is not one to get nervous easily. On the side of Team Evo, he was made just for this tournament. Do they have that same ability to keep things calm? They're going to be the ones that have to ask the questions first. They're the underdogs in this matchup. and I think more people have considered Emma Rush a much stronger title fight contender than Team Evo. Well, Team Evo bringing the offense early. That one's high from Hero God. Break, waiting on a bump in front. Team Evo moving left and right, trying to get this Milky Mr. Rush team to utilize that boost, trying to get a play to get on that net. We'll lose it here as cleared back Hero God. Play this game slow. Now bumped up by Iris Cream. Wesco off the back wall. Cleared in front by Red Jarhead as he goes back for Iris Cream, but no boost for this Rush backline. And Team Evo will get offense here. Demo in front, a bump as well. That one's off the crossbar. It will stay wide. Hero God with the first major chance, and that one just missing the mark. Team Evo, an early offensive rush, and well, this is like what you needed to see from a team that, again, are definitely the underdogs in this matchup. They need to come out early. They need to really bring that offense, and they're doing so here. Milky and Militia kept back. The one thing they can maybe take real full advantage of are those counterattacks. Team Evo like to play aggressively, specifically Alt, Power, Manpro, and Hero God. These two have been teammates for a while, and you can really break through them, as Red Jarhead does there. An infield pass, and that's goal number 1. Wesco to Red Jarhead. No questions asked, only answers. An early strike, an early attack. When you are being pushed back so far, I said the counterattacks will be a huge difference maker for them. They're going to need to rely on them heavily. It's one of the ways Team Evo have broken this season, has been through their over-aggressive style of offense. Specifically, a lot of times, whenever Break is the one to put in that first challenge, Hero and Alt Power Manpro have had issues in multiple of the matches being a bit too hesitant. Out of Milky Militia, they're a team that, while they have done very well this season, they have struggled to be consistent. When you talk about that series against Alpha Females, they almost got swept by them, had to make a reverse sweep to, keep things as calm as they could be, and to get that win. Not a situation they like to be in. Again, this team, in Team Evo, this is not Alpha Females. This is a much higher rated team, and has been a team that has had better performances so far this season. Well, they've never played against Alpha Females. I can't tell you which of these two teams would win in a matchup. Milky Militia Rush, they're going to need to play a lot better than they did in that one, especially if they want to win this whole thing. There are too many good teams in this league that if you don't play well, it doesn't matter. This is a very unforgiving format. Consistency will be rewarded. This is when you really need to prove that your consistency is there. As right now, Break, too slow to that challenge. Red Jarhead, up to Irish Cream. Hero God wants it away. Wesco waiting in the midfield, but so is Red Jarhead. That one will be deflected high, and Team Evo leaving their net kind of enclosed here. As Hero God off to the side wall. Wesco, Irish. Oh, he's saved his own teammate's shot. And Team Evo struggling on that back line. They've had issues on defense before. Specifically, they've had issues with that rotation and just having too many players in the same position. Those things where, to be a strong roster, you gotta have good positioning. Well, that's a big miss from Break. This is a chance in front. Red Jarhead's hit it high. And 135 Team Evo still not getting the clear here. On the same page here as all 3 of these players. Milky Militia Rush, again, this is a team that's going to be consistent, at least finding each other. They might be consistent at actually having good performances. This is a team that's not going to break too far apart in rotation. At least not now. And Team Evo, they have to bring a strong rotation themselves. Still no goals yet this game, but only a 1-0 scoreline as Alt Power in front. Irish will clear it away. As Wesco to the back wall looking for the pinch in front. Team Evo with an easy clear. Break. We're just putting a chip shot on. Jarhead will get the block. Now Alt Power. Get a dunk. Red Jarhead. Hero God pushed up too high. This is off the back wall. Iris Cream could shoot. He's missed his chance completely. Team Evo a little fortunate there. That wouldn't become anything worse as Alt Power. Now the dribble. Alt Power stopped away. Break. Follow up. That goes wide. Iris Cream will be dunked by Hero God. 135 Team Evo. Maybe 1 or 2 more chances this game. Time. Running slim. Running low. Alt Power. Leaving it for Break. This one kept in the midfield. Alt Power goes again. This one shot on. Red Jarhead will save. And all that one I'm trying to see is this ball hit the ground as that pass goes behind, and it will end game 1. And just like how it has been this game, this season it feels that rotation of Team Evo is what's lacking. They're just in the wrong place. They're not getting touches to each other thoroughly. And that's going to be a real killer for them, especially in this position, especially in this final bracket. having good positioning, being able to read each other, that will be a telltale sign of who's got this series. Right now in game 1, Milky and Militia with the early start. These teams taking their time to talk things through. Going into game 2. But I think they're both ready. I think they're both here. What a game 1 that was. Exhilarating to say the least, even with only having a single goal. Big question will be, can that 135 Team Evo rotation work for them? See if MM can continue their run. They probably like a couple more goals than what they've had before, but this is a good chance to really see if they can add more to that lead, add more to that offense. The Evo are a team that should be scoring at some point in this series. They don't generally get shut out very easily. Again, being one of the more aggressive teams in this tournament. We'll see if they can continue that. So far, though, that's an open net. Wait a second. Evo God could score this, and he will. Just out of nowhere. That just falls apart for MM and oh, it's a bad challenge. Red Giant and Wesco Cinco both jumping, but neither of them were even close to that challenge. What happened there for Rush? They just got caught off guard. And a bad decision. Really, 2 bad decisions. From 2 players who have generally been pretty good at holding themselves back. And MM Rush have given up about as easy a goal as it gets in the playoff system. Team Evo now trying to add another one. They'll take every goal you give them. And being the underdogs in this matchup, there's a lot they have to play for as Irish Scream. Stopped by break. Wesco out away. Evo, and having lost game 1, I'm sure they'll have a lot of feeling in them to get this thing back, to really try to take the series away. That rotation is going to be under a lot of scrutiny, especially here with that miss in front for Wesco. And you don't give this guy an easy shot. He will score those with all-power man pro. Simply put, that is about as inexcusable as it gets in this system. You do not make a mistake like that or whiff off a back wall. It's about as routine as it gets for a player of his caliber. Yet the playoff jitters maybe getting to him here. It's so easy to overthink things in this final bracket, and done it there. He's overthought that challenge a little too much, and in fact, he's made it a bit too difficult for himself. Got a bit nervous. Milky Militia Rush are now back on their usual offensive tirade. Now Irish Screams to the corner. Looking for a doink in front. Red Jarhead near post. Irish Screams got it instead! Why, oh goodness, what a shot! Milky Militia Rush continuing the scoring. And this is incredible from Irish Scream. That is no easy angle. Yet he beats out that 135 backline to the ball, and he really does make them pay for not having another challenge in quickly enough. Right now, MM Rush picking up the pace, picking up the speed. Team Evo, what are they going to do to slow this team down? They have either 2 options. They're going to slow down MM Rush, or they pick up their own pace. And right now, I don't think if they're going to play any faster than this. I see it where they have to slow down MM Rush somehow. MM Rush playing a lot faster right now than Team Evo are used to. It seems they've never met each other in the regular season, and well, Team Evo, they're getting a very good first-hand experience of why MM Rush have been so dominant in this league. They lost coming to 5CE Dream Team. Due to the fact that in Rush's pace is just tough to beat, as this one should go in front, break and save, but it's Red Jarhead to put in a third. And MM Rush running away with it. Team Evo's backline still having issues as All Power just didn't like that play. He was caught in the corner with his pants down. He didn't really know what to do there. Looked around, saw break, left it for him. That is going to be rough for them here. In front, veered away, break, off to the side wall. Team Evo looking for offense, break, Irish Scream. Break looking for the infield pass, Wesco Cinco will find the clear. Now send up ahead, Red Jarhead can't get to it. A break will get the save just in time. Team Evo relying heavily on break in the back line. And while he's been good on defense all season long, this is the playoff system. You need to have everybody be all hands on deck. Right now for Team Evo, falling into that trap. Where Hero God and All Power just don't make things happen. They don't rotate well on defense. They leave break all alone in the back line. It's just a lot of panic from Team Evo, and not a lot of control with it. Now Red Jarhead, Evo God and Outpowered, double committing into that one. Iron Scream off the sidewall. MM Rush wants to make this wants to really put down another goal and settle this debate here in Game 2. Take a little more fighting than just that. He's Outpowered trying to get the offense. Iron Scream. Evo God takes the touch from the sidewall. West Coast Cinco. Outpowered trying to make more work here. Milky Militia bumping each other in front, but still, Team Evo, no extra challenge coming in. While they're trying to hold that midfield, they're not really doing anything to get their chances on offense. Remember, Rush, again, have settled this, pressure so well. Team Evo just don't seem to have control on either ends of the field. That is a real problem for them. Because, again, being an aggressive-minded team, you need to control that offense. That's something they have to do. Haven't done it at all this game. As MM Rush, it feels quite routine for them to get this one out. But that's an overcommit. And here we go to the redirect. That's off the post. And Team Evo thought that would be goal 2. We thought it would be goal to maybe unlock this series for them. And yet it goes just wide. Time running out again for this team. But this time, things have looked even more dire for them. They're not controlling the play. They're not controlling the defense. They're not controlling their offense. The only part where they seem to have any control is the midfield. And even then, MM Rush make do of it very easily, as now this one in front for Iron Scream! Second of the game, fourth for his team. Milky Militia Rush have definitely taken what they did in Game 1, have just made it even stronger, even more one-sided here in Game 2. And Team Evo, well again, they might have, Setbomb might be here with them today. If Setbomb's here with them, they're gonna have to look towards him to help them out going into that next game. This is a team desperately in need of some guidance. Not looked good, it has not looked pretty. I learned firsthand. Maybe they were a bit in over the heads here. Be so confident coming in against this team. MM Rush are truly in control. If things continue like this, it's going to be a long series for Team Evo, and they're going to have a lot of work to do to answer back for what MM Rush have already done. Ball will hit the ground. Game 2 is over. 4-1, MM Rush. Quite easily the better team in this game. No questions about it. How things are looking. Team Evo have a lot of work to do. The best of 7 series, so fortunately for them, they still have, another game to really try to work things out, but this next game feels like it might be one that's must win for them. Going into Game 3, going to continue the series, Team Evo are talking amongst each other. Break generally is that kind of comms leader. Again, I have this inside info. I lead this team, so I know what it's like in there, and yeah, I have a feeling if there's anybody that's talking, it has to be Break. Break knows quite well that his team just isn't playing up to scratch at this point. Takes a genius to say that. There's a lot of things they'll have to do to, adjust to how this MM Rush team is playing against them. What's going to have to do with how do you slow down Rush? It's been a question so many teams have asked this season. Not very many teams have had an answer for it. X25 Team Evo, being a team that's in the playoffs, they can deal with this pressure, but it is still going to be tough for them. Into Game 3, not going to get much easier. 5 more minutes on the clock, but it does feel like Rush have been in full control ever since the start. Team Evo, what are they going to do to respond? What are they going to do, more rather, in response? Because, quite honestly, they haven't looked all that great this series. They have not been able to control. Those rotational mistakes have hurt them here. As now Hero God trying to get the first goal off the back wall. That will be in front. Rick will be next to it. And his chance is going to be very easily wide. Again, Team Evo, no second shot coming in. It just feels like this team just too defensive when they need to play aggressive, too aggressive when they need to play defensive. That defensive style is one where they want to get an offense as quick as possible. But the offensive style is one where they don't want to give up give up their backline too easily. Just don't seem to have a decision on how they want to play. And overall, while it does mean that they're midfield focus, Not a bad thing by all means. Their offense and defense does seem to struggle with it. A lot they have to do to adjust here. There's a lot they have to do to really prove that they can hold their own in this series. Because right now, Rush are still running the ball around them. They might look for an offensive chance here. Hero God trying to clear, but he's ran out of boost. Red Jarhead off to the corner. All power. Ooh, and a double commit there. Red Jarhead just gave this one to all power. Iron Scream pushed up. That one will go wide. All power the demo. But no follow-up again for Team Evil. They're not on the same page. That was, honestly, a great opportunity for them. Couldn't make it work. They couldn't make it work for them. Will be Rush. Will be the ones that can benefit from it, as in their style still one that does seem to overpower Team Evo at times. Giving up chances here quite easily, as that shot is saved by Irish Scream. Had quite honestly a pretty spectacular series so far on that back line. Now, I mentioned to really watch for Wesco, but so many times players that you don't talk about that are the ones that show up in the playoffs. Ice Cream so far has been that kind of player for Rush, specifically on the back line. He has been that player to really make sure that he does the little things right. Keeps his team in a comfortable position. Trying to get the clear. Red Jarhead. That one boomed down the field. And Hero God will he get to it? He will. That one was powerfully touched. Now Esco Cinco off the back wall, but Drake will get to it. Team Evo, clear this one away. Back and forth we go. Who's going to break the deadlock? Offense. More offense. Still the defense is all strong, but someone's got to score at some point. And you can tell this matchup will depend a lot on how these teams play on defense. How good they play on defense as well. As Wesco off to the corner, trying to find the play in midfield. Outpower Manpro clears. Hero God trying to get the bump on Irish Scream. He does push Rush back, but still Rush. Irish Scream specifically tanking his way to the team. He just put it in front for Red Jarhead. Oh my, Irish Scream! And this guy just has the ability to come out of nowhere and do exactly this. Nobody can stop him. And Rush will get a goal because of it. Team Evo may be confident coming into this series. They aren't very confident right now. Irish Scream dicing up the back line. Just consider how strong Team Evo has been on defense, this game. To see Irish Scream just take them down that quickly, that easily. Who cares about the rotational mistakes? That is all an Irish Scream to make that happen. Although that's a giveaway. An Irish Scream will get the save in the back line. Now looking for the clear head. He will get faked out there. Red Jarhead. Up past one. Now the shot. Hero God won't have it. And that's off the post. Team Evo will be thanking their lucky stars. That doesn't go in. Because if it does, that could be the game. The offense has been so weak so far. Milky Militia Rush have had all this control as Red Jarhead dunked by Hero God. Rush get this one away. Their defense running second chances. Team Evo now waiting back. Here's a shot from Wesco Cinco. Looking for the bump on Hero God. Can't get it there, but Irish Scream going to finish it off. All Power Man Pro will save. Team Evo at this point just trying to get the ball out. Again, it's not the final minute. Only a 1-goal difference, but it is going to take a mountain of work for Team Evo to even get that goal to work for them. As Irish Scream flicks there by Break. Still Break one-on-one with Red Jarhead, but his touch will be about as weak as it is. Rush trying to clear it out, but in front, Break hits it wide, double commit, it's open for Irish Scream. Dribble on the field, oh, Power Man Pro chasing him down. Still in front, Hero God will clear. It is Team Evo saving themselves once again on the back line. As Break misses it in front. All Power Man Pro will clear. 10 seconds left. Team Evo, do they have a chance to get a late game equalizer? Irish Scream says no, but Rush still needs one to hit the ground. They clear ahead, but it will go to the floor. And Rush are now on match point. Another 1-0 game. That is going to be huge for the confidence. Rush. We're just continuing to be that better team, that have that better offense, they control the play so well. And we're going into game number 4. My goodness. What a matchup. What a result. These teams have just been as strong as they have been. Again, there's been no stoppage of incredible results, of incredible performances this season. And Rush now with a series lead, 3 games to none. Are looking incredible. We are having some issues here with some of the players. It seems like some of these teams like MM Rush might be getting some car changes here, so be waiting on them to join back in. But again, they've been looking incredible all series long, and it could be a very quick end to the season here for 125 Team Evo. Their only losses have come in sweeps. Those teams that just doesn't seem to be able to adapt well to pressure against them. Seems like even here, even in the playoffs, hasn't changed. Again, Rush looking great, looking incredible. That lead must be feeling good for them. All you have to do is get one more win. Because we are, again, still trying to get these players to reconnect here. I have a tech issue here on the side of MM Rush. The Team Evo. Sometime. And apologies on the delay here. We should not be having this kind of delay, but... And we're going right into game 4. Apologies on that delay. We had some players having some issues here on the side of MM Rush, but hopefully, I think those have been resolved by now. We're going into game 4. Milky and Militia Rush, 135 Team Evo. Back at it again in Team Evo. I got a bit of an extra time to talk. Means that they could potentially see if they might have a real plan cooked up here for this game 4. Need to have something work for them. But so far, they've only scored once, and MM Rush, I mean, they're going to look to have that continue, as they've just been that far stronger team. They've held the possession, they've held the play. That's what they like. They like to control these series. Every play, every touch, every challenge being chimed, being, worked through. But it is Team Evo. It's some early offense, and this one will be dunked away by Iron Scream. Milky and Rush, we're not comfortable back there, but I go the other way. Shot on. Outpower Manpro will save. Team Evo. And look at the offense back, and again, that extra amount of time that MM Rush had to actually got a report on why they left. They actually wanted a car change, so yeah, that's a long time to get a car change. They've actually kind of shot themselves in the foot because of it. Means that, things are going to be tough for them as Wesco trying to get this one cleared away. Break. Back to Hero God. Irish Scream to the back wall. MM Rush just need one goal, and maybe things can return to normal for them. Team Evo, if they give up this first goal to MM Rush, I don't see them winning this game at all. MM Rush have been just too good at holding these leads. Ever give them one in the first place. Team Evo. That's a bad touch. Irish Scream! That's going to be saved away by Hero God. All-Power Manpro, very reckless play to hit it in the midfield like that. It's going to be so fortunate that MM Rush did not score there, because they very well could have. They were just a little bit more alert to that play. Still though, they're suffocating Team Evo. They're trying to limit the boost they have. Got Jarhead in the midfield. Irish Scream trying to send it ahead. Off the sidewall, no second touch. All Power clears it away. Wesco, and he's missed it! Hero God will get it! Oh, and Wesco Cinco, who's usually so calm in these situations. That is a big misplay from him. Simply put, he just misses it. He misses it completely. That is about as easy as a touch will get there in the back line for Hero God. Goal 1 is his. Team Evo have the lead. For how long? Milky Militia Rush looking to answer back. And they might do it very quickly with how their offense has been attacking. They've been just shooting from the sidewall, trying to see if they can break through Team Evo from these plays. Evo, though, step up to every challenge ahead of them. There's Irish Scream. Jarhead. All Power Man Pro. Wesco Cinco. Up to the back wall. Wesco in front. Irish Scream. Gives away by break. Red Jarhead. No, he's not. That's another bad challenge there. As All Power Man Pro will finish it off. 2 goals for Team Evo here, and Rush. That last line of defense is, well, it might as well not exist. That was a pretty poor challenge, Red Jarhead. He got very little on that ball. And Milky Militia Rush, again, they've really shot themselves in the foot in this game. They took about an extra minute to get those card changes to work for them. I think they now regret doing that because they didn't have to do that. They had enough time that they could have, keep that momentum going into Game 4. They're going to be quite unhappy with it. Team Evo now have a 2-goal lead. They'll now try to hold it. Their defense, though, has been relatively strong so far this series. If there's anything that they have that they can't say they've been good at, it has been that back line. That defense of theirs has been prone to being a bit panicky at times. This series, it has not had too many issues. Their offense having scored now 2 goals. That's very doable for them to hold that lead for the final 2 minutes of this game. That's Wesco. Red Jarhead jumping in. Irish Scream gonna clear it away. Red Jarhead now gets past break. Maybe a breakaway chance on the field. He's put it. Is that going on? It will! And it's bounced its way in. Red Jarhead will cut the lead in half. Have 1:51 left to go in this one. Rush with their first goal of the game. It comes a bit later than maybe what they wanted, but a comeback is still very possible. And they have a lot of time to make up a plan to do it. 1 goal is needed to tie things up here for Rush. Now Team Evo have been playing. It's a lot more confident, a lot more high-flying. They're not making as many mistakes and mistouches. Rush, it feels like they are starting to reach a little bit more through some of these challenges as Hero God. One kind of a nosedive in front of the net. And Rush will pinch it away. Irish Scream, second touch. That one off the back wall. Power Man will get there. Wesco Cinco trying to shoot. It will prevent him from having any chance on that one. Irish Scream still chipping it infield. Red Jarhead off the back wall. Irish Scream, no boost, and a dream. Break will clear that one away. Milky Militia Rush still attacking. They have to send themselves back here, but the offense from Rush not looking to quit. They still have 60 seconds here. Enough time to get a single goal, but it's not a lot of time. Team Evo has been playing on that back line, on that defensive side. They've given up relatively few goals once they do get there first. Because they continue to play that long defensive style that we know that they can play here. Maybe this is their game to take. Maybe the series will have another storyline to it. Alt Power, Wesco won't get there. At Jarhead. Look at the pinch on Alt Power. Jarhead, cleared by break. Irish Scream to send it away. Evo holding the midfield down. Still, this is a chance for Red Jarhead. Walking in on the net. That shot was weak, though. Might have done better actually to pass it off to Irish Scream, who was waiting right behind him. Still Irish Scream waiting in the midfield. Drop down pass. This one stopped by break. Back pass. Wesco misses it. And that will hit the ground. X35 Team Evo have taken their first game of the series, but it comes in Game 4. And yeah, as expected, Milky Rush, that amount of time it took to reset the cars, to make some adjustments, that shot themselves in the foot. They did it to themselves here. And it's only them that they can blame for those issues. Took extra time in between games. Team Evo took it valiantly, they took it well. Now Team Evo, who will benefit because Rush, simply put, stopped their own momentum. Really, again, you can't afford to do that in a playoff series like this, because the momentum is so tough to shake off once a team has it. Now, at Team Evo, 2-1 here in Game 4. This is a series continuing on here. Will the 135 team continue what they did in the last game? What it's going to rely on, will they score first? They did it last game. It allowed them to get more control, allowed them to force Rush to play more aggressively. Or Rush, I mean, it's gonna take them a little bit, I think, to really kind of recover, but they do get the pass in front. That was perfect. Ed Jarhead off on the back wall, and poor Break, he's left. He has to challenge that. He has no option but to challenge that. But he does leave himself with that back line open, that back post open, I should say. Easy finish for Irish Scream. And Rush, simply put, that corner, they found so many plays where they could just get past both Hero God and Power Man Pro. And a lot of times, again, they leave Break on the back line, and he really has to make some pretty impressive saves to keep his team in it. It's been that defensive stronghold for them, but I'm going to need to see more from Hero God and Power Man Pro. A lot of what they do is just they kind of commit and stomp on top of each other in the corner. Becoming an issue for them if they aren't able to make challenges. On offense, have been a decent asset for Team Evo. Can they make things a little bit better for them? As Break into the back wall, Irish Scream clears. Go God, punched by Irish Scream. Remember, Rush have held these leads before. Again, 2 of their wins have been 1-0s, so it'd be too surprising if they just try to see how long this game will go and see if they can waste as much time as possible. They don't need to score. They haven't had to score in a lot of games. They try to do it again here, although second goal would be lovely for their chances. Going first is going to do a huge deal to how Team Evo are going to play against them. Team Evo are going to have to be more aggressive. They're going to have to take more chances against them and Rush. That's not an easy thing to do, especially when Rush are making plays like this happen. I mean, just a beautiful heads-up play. Red Jarhead finds Irish Scream in space. Rush, they're playing consistently. Beautiful passing. Team Evo, well, this could be the end of their season if they don't make an adjustment. Have to make one mid-game. That is about as tough as things get. They have less than 3.5 minutes to, make those changes. It's not a lot of time for any team. But for Team Evo, their season and their playoffs depend on it. It's Wesco, the clear. Trying to get the stop. Here he goes. Break. That one rolling in front. Irish Cream will save. And Team Evo still a lack of a follow-up on offense. What allowed them to be so successful last game. What's hurting them this game? It's been hurting them all season long, and against Rush, you need to have secondary shots. You need to have secondary chances. Plus, they either haven't had enough boost to do it, or they haven't had enough confidence to do it. Rush, I mean, they're not going to complain about it. It makes their lives on defense so much easier. There just isn't a second shot. There isn't a second chance on net. Evo, leaving it all onto those first options. And thus, those are never going to score that often for them. Rush have a strong defense. They need to do a lot more than just get one shot on them to beat them down. As here comes All Power. Irish Scream to clear. Break. Running in on it. Gets the pop over one. Now to the back wall. As Break trying to fake it. It will be saved away by Wesco Cinco. All Power Man Pro. Can't get the ball back. He does look for the midfield. Oh, no one from Team Evo there to follow. Red Jarhead. Was the play down. Now a flick in front. Evo God, and that's not a very good touch. It's in front of the net for Wesco Cinco and Irish Scream. All Power will clear. 135 Team Evo will keep their chances intact, but lack of offense is going to be tough for them. Irish will not get that one. All Power just trying to clear it away, get his team any sort of play on offense. Break. Full tank of boost. What will he do with it? The pinch, the infield play. Scream clears it again, and Rush, it's rinse and repeat for them. Clear the ball. Let's see if Team Evo overcommit. See if they make a mistake. They do it there. Red Jarhead just broke the ankles of 2 players on the back line. My goodness. On a little close one as well. Now they're getting a bit confident here in Rush. Red Jarhead, and that's gonna be a bad sour taste there for this for this Team Evo side. The game has already gone bad enough for them, and it's only getting worse with that goal. As Break, the back wall. Red Jarhead sends it away. A flick from All Power Man Pro. Evo God. A break. As Irish Scream now to the sidewall. Alt. Cleared ahead by Wesco Cinco. Evo God. This one launched downfield. Red Jarhead will get to it. Team Evo Now, at this point, they have to throw everybody upfield. Less than a minute to go. They need 3 goals. Their season depends on it. At this point, desperation. If it hasn't already set in, it will here. As they're going to challenge absolutely everything. And they look to just get something to go their way. Anything to go their way. But Rush won't let it. Red Jarhead with the shot. Drake will keep it out. Irish Scream. Demo from Break. Wesco. Not on target, but he does waste precious seconds. It's all Power Man Pro. The dribble. The flick. Looking up for Hero God. And that touch gets away from him. Rush will continue to take those chances down and let the time tick away. They're moving to the semifinals. Rush have proven that they are as good as they say they are. The season is not a fluke, and Team Evo will end here in Game 5, a 4-1 loss. Rush, Milky Militia, moving to the semifinals. What a win, a 3-0, a 4-1 series. Rush, the only reason they didn't have it become a sweep was because they took that extra break between Game 3 and Game 4. They aren't going to be complaining. They aren't going to be mad about it. They're easily the better team here. We're getting to get this thing. We'd like to get these results up for you all as soon as we can. 4-1 win. Rush, quite honestly, we're a better team here. By a long shot, they were the better team. Controlled the pace, they controlled the pressure. It just didn't feel like there was any questions about who was going to play better here. And specifically, Irish Scream had quite a series. Incredible the way he was able to adapt to this and be it, to follow everything on all steps of the field, on all places of the field. Thank you for the raid, Resco. Congratulations on your win. Again, hopefully you're excited here, and what a series for them. 4-1. Semifinals is there. They'll be playing against the winner of Skylight and the loser of that wildcard match, which I haven't gotten a result for that yet. Can someone in chat tell me what the wildcard match is currently at? What the record is right now for those teams? Yes. Hello, Red Jojo. Thank you for the guest. Oh, thank you for joining in. Congratulations on your win. Again, hopefully get an update on that. 3-2, Unleash is actually taking down Evolve. That's impressive. For them, they went down 2-0, I think. On them. A 5-game series. What a performance. As we're gonna get here in a little chat with Milky Militia Rush. Congratulations on your win, a 4-1 series victory. The only reason you didn't win was because of that extra amount of time you took between Game 3 and Game 4 to to get those card changes. I'm sure you guys may be kicking yourself a little bit for that, but even so, you still win. 4-1. You guys were by far the better team in this series. Congratulations, you have now moved on to the semifinals, and Wesco, being the captain, being a guy who's used to the playoff system, how does it feel to be successful in another playoff circuit?
Well, I wouldn't say successful just yet. We still got a long ways to go. This is just round 1. We still got 2 more stages to get after this, so we got a lot of work ahead of us to do, so we're not holding our heads up too high yet, but definitely a great performance. A lot of work problems that they showed that we had. We took over it. Jared helped step up with that. Cream adapted really well, and we just had a game plan and sorted it through, and I can't wait to execute again tomorrow.
And you guys have definitely proven what you're worth, what you're made of. I actually think you guys may play a series tomorrow. You may play it on Monday. Who knows? We're going to have our summer series go throughout next week, so hopefully we'll get them done as quickly as possible. Yeah, again, you guys have moved to semifinals as deserved, and Irish Cream specifically, you had a amazing performance here tonight. It was one of those things where you look at it and you just go, wow, this guy is on fire. He's feeling it today. Irish Cream, that was you today. It felt like, on all sides of the fields, you were there for Rush. Not to say that it wasn't a team effort. It obviously was, but still, it was you who kind of was involved in a lot of the different plays. So maybe tell me what it was like, in this series, kind of, be that successful. What was it that allows, this whole team to be successful, and allows for every one of these players on this team to have those moments where you all can, be the best that you can?
Thank you so much, Sporty. That's very flattering. I appreciate it. But the biggest thing that enabled me today, and obviously Jez, or Red Jarhead and Stinko, was our positioning and our decision making. We've been working on, you know, knowing when to go, when to call it, when to cut rotation, and positioning across the field and making strong passes. So that enables any one of us to really step up and be a very solid striker because we know that we have a solid second and third man.
Definitely wanted to hear what you guys can do as, and just still an incredible performance. You guys have been dominant all season long, though. I felt like there were very few questions on how you guys were going to play in this playoff bracket, and obviously, if there were any questions, they've just been answered. As and you guys have shown that you are here to play, and I mean, yeah, your group was not one where it was one where it was top heavy, and you guys were part of that top half. But Red Jarhead, I know you guys, had a rough matchup against 5CE Dream Team in that regular season. Are you guys planning to play them again in the grand finals? You guys want to play them again in the grand finals?
Yeah, that's the plan for sure. We were definitely pretty bummed about that match. We felt kind of invincible going into it, and we lost. So we've been taking it pretty seriously. And if we're gonna play them in the grand finals, we're gonna be prepping for it. So if they see this, get ready. We're coming for your ass.
Well, Red Jarhead's confident, and I don't blame you for being so after a win like that. Again, congratulations on that, and again, you guys have just looked incredible. A 4-1 victory, no questions about about how you guys are going to be doing going into semifinals. Obviously, though, you're going to play against again, you're going to have a pretty important matchup as well. I know Evolve Nebula and Unleashed Glaives are still playing their series, but it does sound like you guys are playing the winner of again the loser of that match versus Evolve Skylights. So that'll be an incredible semifinals when that happens. I know Evolve Skylights are excited to get their quarterfinals done as soon as they can, but the first quarterfinals as well. Let's go. I know again I've mentioned you guys. I mentioned how you guys can deal well with the pressure. Being the first quarterfinal, was there any pressure here, or again is it like usual in the playoffs where you guys are one of those teams that I recognize as being one of those that plays really well when there is pressure?
I mean, it all comes down to each individual, and I can't necessarily speak for the rest of the guys, but I know that we each already have proven that we can take it to this top level, and that's the reason that we're here, and that's the reason that we've done it before, and that's the reason we plan to do it here again.
Put, you guys are one of the front runners to win the whole thing, and well, the quarterfinals just pushed that aside quite quickly here. Congratulations again on your 4-1 series victory here. A big win, a big performance. You guys must be feeling good, but before you guys go, before we end this interview, we'll get some shoutouts going. Let's start with Red Jarhead.
You know what? Shoutouts to Irish Cream. This is his first playoff series ever. He played amazing. Shoutouts to you, bro. You played good shit.
Thanks, man.
Red Jarhead's breaking the one rule I have for these things, but I love it. I don't wait.
Oh, sorry, man.
He's breaking the one rule. He's breaking the one rule. This is an E for. This is supposed to be an E for everyone's stream. There you go. No, it's okay, man. Okay, trust me. 50 is actually broken even worse in the past. So as long as you're not worse than 50, you're fine.
I bet.
And yes, that is a call out if 50's watching. Yes, this is me calling you out for that one time. You know what I'm talking about. It's on my YouTube as well, so you can probably find it. But anyways, again, there's on your win. And actually, we're gonna go on to Irish Cream next. So Irish Cream, is there anything you'd like to? Anybody you'd like to shout out? Anything you want to say? Is there anything that you have to say to people watching?
Help! I'm a goat. I know you were in there, rooting for me the whole entire time. I appreciate you and anyone else watching. It was just really fun.
We'll end things off with Wesko Cinco. Wesko, what in the world's happening? Wesko, what's happening back there? I'm hearing like a clattering of like dishes and cups back there. Are you right, Wesko?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wesko's eating mid-series here.
No.
Let's go. Well, again, congratulations on your win. Is there anybody that you'd like to shout out here to end off this interview and to obviously set your sights onto the semifinals and obviously to the grand finals after that?
Shout out to you, Sporty, for doing the cast. Thank you for this. And you guys all put this on. Shout out to Thrifty for putting on the league itself. Shout out to 5CE Gray and their fam over there for the reverse sweep. I much needed that. I needed to get my ass kicked and something to get this thing ignited, and I am ready to keep it going all the way to the finals, and I hope we see them there.
All right, so Wesko's also breaking the one rule of these.
Yeah, it clearly does not listen.
You guys do not care about the rules. You're rule breakers here. No, I love that. Again, congratulations on your win, a 4-1 victory. Good luck in the semifinals when that happens. Hopefully, I'll be streaming it. There's a good chance I will be streaming it. So until then, though, take care. Take care. Congratulations on your win. Have a great night.
Thanks, Sporty. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Sporty.
Again, a 4-1 win. Milky Militia Rush take that series there, and they take it quite strongly. Good on them to have it happen. But after that, we're gonna get a little raid going. We'll end off this night. Again, thank you so much for joining for the quarterfinals, our first quarterfinals of the Ascension Cup. That it must mean a lot to them. Again, congratulations to the Milky Militia Rush side. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you again tomorrow.